Abbott Elementary.
All right. What's up, everybody? So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike. This is Pete. This is Abbott Elementary. Episodes 15, 16 from a very late season. I'm guessing five at this point. Mike, what do you think?
Yes, season five. Yes, I
Now,
like.
did you tell me we got renewed for season six?
Yes, yeah, I saw the news drop about a week and a half ago, I think, because I took a screenshot and shared it with you guys on our chat group thing.
That makes me very nervous, because I remember when we were analyzing shows in the beginning of so many shows, we actually were like started looking up like the way networks work, and I don't know if it's still the same, but I remember it was something like if they go for one season and then they get paid, they guarantee, but then they always have like, so if an actor makes it to the third season of a show, they have to get a pay raise. They have to get more money.
Yeah,
And then if you go like, I think it's like five seasons and then like seven and then 10, you have to keep giving them more money. That's why you gradually see as shows evolve, main characters change,
yep.
i.e. The Office. If you look at that cast from day one and that cast in the last episode, it's not exactly the same cast. So
Oh,
I
okay.
just want to say that does get me a little nervous as much as I'm excited for Abbott Elementary. And as much as I love all the new characters coming in, I mean, we talked about it in the last one.
Yep.
I get nervous because, like we said last time too, how long before you do the Barb retirement and get
Yeah.
her off the screen? Or, hey, Melissa and the firemen move out and move out of Philly and go to Florida and get a condo. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to
Yep.
start chipping off these people, because if where I'm from, you could pretty much run this show with like Ava, Mr. Johnson, Gregory, Janine, and Jacob.
Yeah, pretty much. But we don't want to do
So
that at the same time.
no,
So,
but like that's to my point. And then we
yeah.
said, for screen time, we get nervous, and that's how they started bringing in like like in that one episode where they had like Melissa and Barb as teammates, and like everything's duos. I feel like because they want to give enough screen time to everybody, but they don't want to overwhelm you with the screen time for one particular person.
Yeah.
Which another reason why I like the show is like because there's never one. The show is not like, okay, this is a Gregory episode and this is a Janine episode and this is an Ava episode. Like I remember Cheers back in the day, it would always be like the voiceover in the beginning. Cheers is filming for a live studio audience, and I'd always listen to see whose voice it was. And if it was like Woody's voice, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a Woody episode, or oh, it's gonna be a Norm episode. Oh
Oh,
man,
okay.
it's gonna be a Carla episode. So like, they don't do that anymore. Well, at least with this show, they don't do that. They kind of just give everybody their props. Like even in these two episodes, it will start off with, well, I refer to it as like the Dare program, but it's called Fade, and it's
Yep.
the drug program and the anti-drugs and the anti whatever everything wrong program that you can do,
Yeah,
and you make a
exactly.
pledge and everything else. And so the thing just starts crazy. There's like a car accident and then there's a fire, and they say to the kids that the budgets were cut and they had to do all three presentations at once.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
they're
I thought
doing
that was
like all these,
hilarious.
yeah, they're doing all these crazy things. And then they said that they were like, this is graphic. And they said they have to do the same presentation as the high school because they all only get one presentation. They can't change it or something.
Yep.
So that was interesting. And then we find out Melissa's boyfriend, fireman, was it Mike O'Malley, his name is, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's from a bunch of shows that I love, so I love that guy. He was in Snowpiercer and Yes Dear and whatever. So he's getting a promotion, becoming a fire chief. In the beginning, she didn't like it, and at the end, she liked it because he said he was getting a motorcycle.
Yeah, I thought that was a little kind of crappy on Melissa's part. It's like, oh, I don't want to date this guy because he's not going to be running into burning buildings anymore. So, but I'm glad she did come around at the end, so I was happy about that. And, motorcycle, I'm a motorcycle fan. I don't have one yet, currently, I should say, but hoping to get another one sooner or later. But yeah, I'm a fan of motorcycles, so be kind of cool to see Melissa and Chief Battalion Robinson cruise down the road with one.
My petrified of fucking motorcycles. I don't even like trucks. I just drive a car, but I'm gonna have to get a truck eventually. But I don't want to drive no fucking shit. It's
Yeah.
just too big, too big. They're too dangerous. I like my own medium-sized shit. But yeah. So like I said, that's why I do believe that they might be doing something there with Melissa and firemen. They might have them go off, have a nice wedding for season six, and maybe oh, we're gonna go move down here somewhere. Barb's dreams on these episodes. I could be mixing up. I'm gonna be shooting back and forth now. Barb is taking melatonin
Yes.
and she's having vivid dreams, but then not only is she having vivid dreams, she's telling everybody about them, which I thought was the most funny part about it because, like, don't get me wrong, sometimes I'll take a sleep aid and I'll have vivid dreams, and I've had some crazy dreams, like dreams that just like are insane, but I never told them people because I always thought that they would think I'm crazy.
Yep.
But Barbara apparently doesn't feel that way, and I don't even know what that word is, that elevated, alleviated, whatever, and she just wants to tell everybody about her dreams and let it go, and good for her. Jacob, and he had a campaign. The second episode was a campaign episode. Jacob
Yeah.
versus, I forgot her name, the girl, the
Yes.
annoying lady.
I forgot it too.
And it was just so funny because she was doing a smear campaign against Jacob.
Yeah, big time. Every time he tried doing something positive, she'd make a spin on it. So
And it
like
was
a
funny too
TikTok.
because he had all these things he was going to say about her, and she was able to turn him like it was kind of like watching 8 Mile
Oh yeah,
with these
definitely.
like, oh, you're afraid to say this about you and this about you and this about you, and then he's like, oh, and then he's like, I know something about you. So that was interesting. Jacob definitely turned it around at the end, and he had a very good argument. The argument I used all the time, basically like why she choose me because I'll do the shit that nobody wants to. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
said that many times, and I was like, if I run for the union president, I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm not like these guys. I'm not like a corporate. I'm gonna work for you guys. I don't even know these guys. Like I would
Yes.
use that as my platform that I'm not like the regular guy, and I'm gonna fight for you, and yeah, I'm annoying and loud and obnoxious, but don't you want that on your side compared to against you?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I'm a stronger friend to you than I am enemy.
Yes.
Which was funny though, is that Jacob only won because of the 3 votes. He only won by 1 vote, and three of
Yes.
those votes were Janine, Barb, and Gregory.
Yes. Yeah, they showed up to support him. No, not Janine. It was
It wasn't
Barbara.
Janine with them?
No, Janine was at the was in the gymnasium.
I thought it was Janine.
Her and
Oh, that's
Melissa
right.
were
Hooking up Mr.
hooking
Johnson.
up Mr. Johnson with his love interest from the
And
mall man's. What was it? Mall man's?
yeah, and we thought she was gone for good. I never thought we'd see her again.
I agree. So I was excited when we finally because it's like halfway through the episode there was some kind of big disaster where it's all janitors on deck to clean up some big thing. So I'm like, oh, we don't get to see her, and then at the end of the episode we get to see her, and they're having a dance in the gymnasium there. Very cute.
Now,
It
is
was
he
a
dating
sweet
her now,
moment.
officially?
Say what?
Are they dating officially now, Mr. Johnson? Or is that just like a one time,
I'm hoping it's
like,
not
let's
a
have a,
one-time thing. I'm hoping we can
like,
see him cross paths
now,
again.
did I miss something? Why did they set this up for him? How did they get this whole thing working? I must have missed something.
Well, it's supposed to be like a big shindig between janitors, and she was going to be there, so they wanted to kind of set him up, dress him up nice and everything. So when that shindig fell through the cracks, because all janitors had to be all hands on deck to clean some truck spill or something like that
Oh,
in a
okay,
store
yeah.
or whatever, they Melissa and Janine, well, Janine with Melissa's phone texted the Mr. Johnson's love interest and set up the date for them to have a dance of their own. So
Yeah, so I'm dancing. I'm like, Melissa goes, like, you did good here, kid. I'm like, yo, I must have missed something. I got the ex mic on the mashup, and that's what's great about mashups is that they're not reviews. We don't have screeners, and even sometimes, I pick up the phone, I have to run to the bathroom, and you come back in and you think you rewound it enough, but you didn't, and you missed something. So.
yeah,
That
exactly.
was good to get caught up, but if somebody else missed that too, if I missed that. So I also thought it was hilarious when going back to the first episode, they said they're gonna pick somebody who was texting and driving and then died,
Yep.
and now had to walk around with no voice the whole day and couldn't talk. However, had a shirt that said I texted and driving, now I'm dead or whatever it said,
Yes.
and Ava got the pick.
Yeah. And
So
it surprised me with the pick. I thought for sure she'd pick Janine right off the bat, but she threw a curveball and selected Eddie and or no, Mr. Gregory.
Gregory, yeah.
Eddie Gregory, yeah. Selected Mr. Gregory
I got to tell you, I was
instead.
watching this. I was watching this movie last night with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre called The Wash. I don't know if you ever saw it.
No, not yet.
And I could have sworn, no, it's old. It's an old movie from like 1995.
Oh, okay.
And I could have sworn that the guy who was playing one of the robber gangsters was Gregory. Now, I'm going to double fact check that and I'll get back to you on a different mashup, but I swear to God it was him. But the guy was like a gangster. So it was weird because they didn't have like his face. He kept having like glasses on and hats and, so I was like, okay. But I think that was him. I thought also it was going to be Janine, but I also could understand that Gregory's annoying and nobody wants to hear him all day analyze things and use his educational insight on things. So,
Yes.
and didn't Janine end up getting one anyway at the end?
Yeah, because she kept bugging Ava.
Yeah.
But I
She's like,
love the end of the episode where posing these would you rather type questions to people. So Ava, nipped it in the bud. But then at the end of the episode, Gregory's like, "Oh, I've been waiting all day to tell you that I do this for as a superhero, but what because it's like, would you rather be a
yeah,
superhero but have to go to the bathroom all the time?" So he was asking, is it number one or number two? So it's just adorable the way that he's just kind of like excited about the would you rather question that she posed to him earlier in the day.
my favorite moment was I think it was was Jacob, who was like, Janine's in mourning because of Gregory. And I'm like, that's
Yes,
hilarious because she can't, because I guess she had to play like he was really dead. So she's like, Janine's in mourning, rightfully so, because of Gregory.
exactly.
Great,
Yeah,
great.
Jacob had a couple good episodes here.
Now I'm
First
gonna
trying
tell
to
you,
get everybody
I
to.
did find these episodes kind of boring,
Oh, really?
and yeah, I just didn't. I mean, listen, I always have like, oh my God, this episode was great. Like, and they have so many good episodes that they can't have it. You know, you're not gonna have a perfect night at the plate every day, or not have. You know, you're not gonna be 3 for 4 every night. It's just
Yeah,
impossible. You'd be the best baseball player in the history of the world. So, you know, you're not gonna nail that home run every episode when you have, you know, now where 22, 24 episodes per season, and we're in episode 5, which means we have over 100 episodes.
yeah,
I would believe. So, yeah, out of those 100, you're going to have 20 or 25 that aren't as good as the other 75. It's just a law of average. So, I feel like these two were just kind of like they were good fillers, and we kind of advanced a little bit of storyline with the fireman, and I think Janine and Gregory are coming along with their relationship. But like I said, they were compared to what I'm used to. I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't wait to discuss this. I was like, okay, I got some notes here to discuss and some good points, and we had a good back and forth here. But this matchup's more about honesty and opinion, and
yeah,
you might have had a different opinion than me on these and say, oh, these were the top 2 best episodes ever. I mean, it is what it is. Or you might be like, oh, I found like, because even like I said, the fade one, the first one was pretty funny with the fade, but every episode is funny and every episode has good moments.
yeah.
So, but I do say, like I said, that they weren't bad episodes.
No,
But
definitely
for
not.
but for Abbott Elementary, if you're given like a Sparks meter per se, they would probably get like a 2 and a 3, not a 4 and a 5.
Oh, okay.
And that's just the mashup thing. But like I said, I think yeah, these were good. Jacob killed both of these episodes. Awesome. He's our dude, so he better not go nowhere.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I like the Freaky Friday that Melissa was telling Barb about, and so Barb and Eddie decided to Freaky Friday switch classrooms for teachers because
why do you keep saying Eddie? Isn't it Gregory?
Gregory, sorry,
You keep saying Eddie.
Mr.
Yeah.
Eddie, Mr.
But
Eddie,
that was funny
Gregory,
because nobody
Eddie.
wanted to go to Gregory's class.
Yeah, nobody wanted to go to Greg's class, and they, but it's not only that, but what was it? What one of the kids was crying, I
Well,
think.
he was asking him a question about math or something like that, and they were like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and he goes, "Why?" And they said, "We didn't get up to Y yet
Yes,
because they're doing the
yes.
alphabet because they were grade behind."
I like those scenes because Barb was rocking it in both classrooms, obviously,
Yes.
but Gregory was just kind of putting his foot in his mouth every time he tried telling say I don't know what exactly he was trying to say because every time he went to go back to try to say what he meant, people were like, "Nope, just stop while you're behind already."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, but like I said, there was a lot of funny moments because there always is.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy the episodes, but it wasn't like, oh my God, these episodes are going to be like, transcendent for the show.
Like
But
you
they
said,
were good.
they moved the story along, and Jacob has a new job now outside of teaching. So,
And I think we have like 8 episodes left.
yeah, they go by too quick.
But this is also the difference. Like, remember last year wasn't Janine on the school board?
No, she was working with what was that job? She wasn't on the school board. She was on like
And they took her away from the episodes for a couple because she was doing other stuff and whatever. And now is Jacob going to be the same way, or is that a different position, title? Like, what are they doing here?
I think that's it's a way different position and title. I think Janine Moore worked with the school administrators, overseeing all the school districts and everything. So I think they were talking about Jacob was saying there was 5 different schools that he'd be, fighting for, getting
Well, that's what I'm
stuff
saying.
done.
Now you're bringing that element to it. I'm just hoping that, like I said, they don't move Jacob out of the equation
Yeah,
slowly
hopefully
with
not.
this role. Bring him back as soon as possible. Maybe he'll get kicked out of that position or something, or something mess it up and not
Yeah.
whatever.
I
But
don't see
anything else?
Jacob
Anything else
messing it
before
up.
we go?
No, that was it for my notes. Good,
We pretty
good
much
couple
wrapped it up.
episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sucked up enough time. Yeah, no, it was like I said, it was good. I'm looking forward to the next 2. Let's go, Jacob. All-star Mr. Johnson's the man.
Yes.
So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike, this is Pete. This was Abbott Elementary, season 5, episodes 15 and 16. See you next time.
Talk to you on the next one and have a great week.